So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Dembele threads one in. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Rafa Silva. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Fagioli. Now that looks a decent ball. Caicedo gets over and intercepts. Fagioli. Rafa Silva. Aimed beyond the defence. Always onto this. Fagioli.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now he's got space here. And he's gone backward here. It's Dembele! Oh, cracking effort.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
And this is Del Piero. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Pinches it off him. Fagioli. And the pass is intercepted. Ambitious ball here. Del Piero. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. This is a promising build-up. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's worked it through. He has found the way through. Big chance! Quality ball. Dembele back and defending.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's found the way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And he whips. Oh, great leap! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Haaland showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It is a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Fagioli. And he's being shifted off it.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Fagioli. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Now it's Haaland. Pass somewhat off target. Caicedo. That's where it came from. Played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Gullit producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness.
Manchester certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Vieira spots it and intercepts. Nicely worked. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Danny Vivian. Caicedo. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Serginho. And here's Haaland. Knocks it out wide. Serginho. Caicedo. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And that's been won straight back. Looking to play him in. Oh, super find. And he's running through. Distributed tidily. Great ball, and he's in here. There's the header! That's it, 45 minutes up. high-octane end to the first period, but there's still a single goal in it.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Cambio di giocatori.
So the action resumes.
Manchester really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And they win it back again. Tries to pass it through. He's got away.
Pretty robust defending.
Nesta gets a foot in and wins the ball. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vieira, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that's aimed into the middle. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Milan are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter, try something different. They certainly have the players who are very eager to take that on.
And it's Caicedo. Nicely spread. Robson has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. And that has left him in a heap. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
This looks like a more than decent chance to strike.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
That's a fine save.
Oh, for the keeper to get down to that was top class, but to actually stop himself from spilling it was exceptional.
Pele! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Beckham standing over it. Shot a goal! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Rafa Silva! In he goes again! Goal, Milan! Into the lead once more. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who is left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Milan have their lead.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Rafa Silva stood up well to him there. Oh, it's come loose. And here's Haaland. It's run loose here. That's a good ball out wide. And this is Dembele. Stam did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. This looks promising.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Serginho. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. "75 minutes played. And here's Haaland. And here's Rafa Silva. He's chosen to go back. Nice looking ball. Rafa Silva.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That has been cut short. Now it's Haaland. Now it's Rafa Silva. No, that's been intercepted. Aim forwards. Now it's Haaland. Strokes it back. Knocks it into space. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's on it. Can he get away? He is, and the shot! And that could come back to haunt them.
Such a good opportunity, Peter. I hope he doesn't end up regretting that miss.
That's the keeper's ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
There's a sharp little ball here. Into the last 5 minutes. Great vision.
Milan really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Fagioli. And it's Caicedo.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Keeper's got good distance on that. Now that's well seen too. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And it's Serginho. Rafa Silva. The referee has given a corner. They've played it short. Great chance! And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So it's down to business here. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind. And the finish! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Sergio Busquets is offering a wry smile there. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Torres! Great vision. And now a sudden chance to counter. Stam spots it and intercepts. And he's quick to return it.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. He's a sharp little ball here.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Now it's Messi. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Sané. Pass is just off target. Pull it. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And here's Messi. That's destined for the flank. Sané is in a really good position out wide. Oh, good steal. He just read it. Busquets. Tries a shot! And he's opted for the long pass. And this is Ronaldo. Oh, that's well spotted. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Puskas. There's the shot! Goal!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Gol. Marcó en el minuto 19, el dorsal 19.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Torres. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Sané is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And he's intervened well there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Torres. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Shot, surely! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. Beckham with the short one. Chance! And that's really well manoeuvred. And now they can spring out of defence. That is good alertness. Oh, nicely intercepted. Looking for the run. Now it's Torres. Couldn't squeeze it through. Bullet is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Well, that has not gone well. Yeah, that looks a decent ball. Now, can they get him away? Upamecano gets over and intercepts. That's been cut out, well played. Duron gets across and deals with it. Knocks it into space. And here's Torres. Tries to play it through. Brilliantly cut out. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Messi. Somewhat off target. And here's Sané.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Has a look and plays it forward. Can he get on the end of this? Threads one in. That has not gone well. Tries to pass it through. He's looking wide. A probing pass. Can he get it through? That has been cut short. Now it's Puskas. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Beckham. Searching pass he's played there. Akanji promptly onto that, and that is that. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And the pass is intercepted. And that is the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. So your views on the first half?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. So right back into the action.
Manchester definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave your...
Towering header! And there's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. It was a great header, the invitation was irresistible, and the finish unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Chance for a shot! Looking to play him in. Now it's Torres. Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Played out to the left flank. It's a pretty loose pass. Upamecano calmly anticipates. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now that's well seen too. Looking for a runner. No, that's been intercepted. That has not gone well. And it's Messi. Messi. Looking for options for movement. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Short changes him with that pass. And he welcomes it in. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Yeah, it was still a really positive move though, Peter, to get the runner through like that. It's great coordination.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's being urged to shoot. Olise. It's a throw-in. And he was quick to react. Nicely weighted ball. It's a threatening ball. And he can thump it away. Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely shaped ball. Not the most accurate pass. Sané tries to play it through. No, it's come to nothing.
Might want to be careful there.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And here's Torres. And here's Messi. Oh, important interception. That is ended up in no man's land. And this is Torres. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Fernando Torres. Olise is one whose deliveries we all know about. And it's Beckham. That's an excellent interception.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Vieira gets across to intercept that. And he cuts out the supply. Messi. Koundé. Throw in. Pass somewhat off target. That is ended up in no man's land. Well read, nice interception. And here's Messi. And that pass just didn't quite work. And that is a little undercooked. Decent chance! It's hit the crossbar. Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, I think it's great. He's showing plenty of fight here. You want that to spread throughout the team now.
Now it's Torres. It's a pretty loose pass. That's an imaginative pass. Quality ball. And it's Sané. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's shifting through the gears here.
Olise clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. Puskás claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face...
you